yo, you know what it is? Random Meetup Podcast. You got Big Rudy P. You know what I'm saying? We got doggone the Mutate God, man. So it's just us. We just doing it. We just randomly meet up, man, you know. So, man, Rudy, man, I've been had a question for you, man.
What's happening?
What made you, man, transition from the sneaker game? Because you had the sneaker documentary out in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy. I watched it and enjoyed it. It helped me through the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
It was long enough.
Yeah. What made you transition from the sneakers to the hats?
Well, finally I can tell this story and somebody can actually understand it for real. So, me and you, of course, you have a mutual friend / brother, you know, Earl, that passed or whatever.
Rest in peace, Earl Jeezy.
You know what I'm saying? He had got to the point where he was getting real big into like hats, period. Not just fitted hats. Nigga had cowboy hats, snapbacks. And you tell people they go out of town, hey, you go out of town, bring me a hat back from that city, that place. So after he passed, when I was getting ready to leave to come back home, after going to his memorial or whatever, I asked his daughter, I said, can I get this hat right here? It was an orange and white San Diego Padres hat. They ain't even their team. Where did they get an orange and white San Diego Padres hat from? But that's the hat that kind of started it. And then I started looking more into it. I'm like, man, I used to wear hats a lot and just stopped. But I was like, oh, I like that hat. I like this hat. Then I just started researching more about the hat thing. And then I'm a collector. Always been. Comic books, baseball cards.
Me too.
Video game cartridges. I was a collector of things. It's just another thing that I started collecting for real.
Word.
I just got into it real heavy like the last year and a half. Cause I was just buying the hats and wearing them. Then I was like, I should show some of these hats on YouTube. Went crazy.
Nuts.
Went crazy.
That's crazy. So, by you being a collector, what's your, right now, what would you say your favorite 5 hats you got?
Favorite 5. All right, these 5 I probably haven't worn yet because I'm like, I be particular about when and where to wear stuff. I got a Brooklyn Dodgers hat that I really, really like a lot. I got dang, that's a tough question because I can't see them in hand. I got a New York Mets. I actually showed in the video I dropped yesterday. Rudy P Talks Caps on YouTube. But it's the basic New York Mets color, the blue with the orange NY, but the underneath the brim is pink.
I remember.
It's like that's like a big thing. I did the video yesterday with all my pink bottom hats. So that's 2. I just got a traditional on-field Chicago Cubs with the C on it. It's just like traditional.
It kind of goes for everyday wear.
Every day, it's an everyday wear.
Yeah.
Then I got a black and like Tiffany color Houston Astros that I like a lot. I got that recently. So what's that for?
I think so.
And this dude, I had a hat on in my video. I always debut a hat. I had a Kansas City Royals, just a regular on-field. He was like, man, that Kansas City Royal hat fits you. I went back and looked at it, I was like, yeah, it kind of do.
Yeah.
So that'll be number 5, my traditional on-field Kansas City Royal. But I try not to count stuff. Because then it's kind of getting ridiculous.
Yeah,
so
excessive.
I'm almost at like 200 hats now.
Damn.
I got a container that just like I got from my job. I was like, I just throw my hats in here, the loose hats. And I'm like, it's more kind of overflowing. Let me count these hats.
You got a lot of hats.
It must have 95 hats in it.
Damn.
And I done got like 3 more hats just last week that I ordered. Then I got like these bags that hold like 40 hats a piece. I got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Then I got 11 that's like in their own little boxes. The company put them in little hat boxes and stuff. So it got me about around 200 right now.
Damn.
But I know people who been doing it way longer than me, and they got like thousands and stuff. And like,
is it a specific like hat that's on your radar as far as legendary that you would want as a collector?
No. Because I'm so new to it, everything is legendary at this point.
So you wouldn't want that Babe Ruth fitted, man?
Nah. Hey, I'll take if they had one, I'll do it. They did I'm lying. I do want a Roberto Clemente Pittsburgh Pirates. That was like real big, like last year. they were like kind of cute. And they had some I want a Jackie Robinson, Brooklyn Dodgers. I'd say that. Not no Babe Ruth though. He was racist.
He got his first home run in Fayetteville.
Shout out. And then you know what I'm saying? I'm from Mobile. Mobile's a baseball town. Hank Aaron from Mobile.
Yeah.
Satchel Paige from Mobile.
Yeah.
All these like legendary baseball players right from the same.
Yeah.
Walk the same places I walk, the same dirt underneath the feet. So, but I tell everybody that I got a Cubs hat on right now. I'm not a Cubs fan. I'm an Atlanta Braves fan, but I'm a collector.
Yeah, it ain't about, when you're a collector, it ain't about being a fan of it though, yeah. Because like, you know, I love different basketball jerseys. I don't might not even like the player, but I just like how it look, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
Because I got a, what is it? I got a hat of every team in Major League Baseball, at least one. But my favorite hats to collect are Toronto Blue Jays.
Word.
Yeah, so I just love that bird with the little baseball. It just brings it's like nostalgia. But I'm like,
now, do you just get in caps? Do you just get baseball, or do you do any sport and fit it?
so if I got 200 hats, now I got 199 baseball hats and one basketball hat.
Word.
And
They make football hats?
They make football hats, but I'm like, I'm not a big fan.
That don't seem
Going back to Earl was like, you know what, hats on the field.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like,
it's wild, yeah. Cause I never really see too many.
But like Mando, he got a bunch of Chicago Bear like feeders and stuff. But he like strictly Chicago.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm like, but since he been following the Rudy P talks kept, he like, bro, I bought Atlanta Braves. Bro, I'm gonna get me a San Diego Padres in honor of Earl. Like, you know what I'm saying? They always like a lot of people don't. Well, of course they don't know, but Earl's nickname was Scooby.
Okay.
When we was growing up, he was Scooby. So
I've heard that.
SD Scooby Doo.
Okay.
So that's why I rock the Padres. You know what I'm saying? And then I kind of also do it the Padres part because our boy Hanson Rob. You know what I'm saying? His dad passed recently. He called his dad Padre.
Oh, okay.
So his daddy was like super cool. So I rock the Padres for him and Earl.
Okay, that's dope.
But first, if you see me most of the time, you're gonna be Braves.
Word. So with the Braves situation, right, the cap. Now, do you have? I know, of course, you got a Braves cap, and it comes with the A on it, right?
You got the A or the Tomahawk or the Braves script.
But speaking on the A, now when you get your Alabama hat, do you know or you don't do that?
I don't do Alabama.
You don't do the Alabama.
So I actually funny thing, I bought a Atlanta Braves hat recently.
Yeah.
And the color is like so close to Alabama color that I'm about to get his hat away.
Oh man.
To somebody that's one of my followers that's from Alabama, that's an Alabama fan, they'll love it and appreciate it more. Because if it was up to me, it'll never see the light of day.
So here's the thing though. What's the difference between the Alabama A and the Atlanta Braves A?
This what a lot of people joke. A lot of people joke and say that the Alabama A got a mullet on it.
Yeah,
got like a little extra little part hanging off, and the Atlanta Braves one don't.
Yeah.
And sometimes the A on the Alabama has a little fatter paws.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
Pause.
So, but
Definitely.
put this on record. I do not do Alabama hats.
Okay.
My team is Auburn.
He's an Auburn guy.
But I don't even have an Auburn fitted. But I got an Atlanta Braves fitted as Auburn colors.
You get into a lot of the college teams, period.
Oh man.
I mean, not even in hats, but just in.
I love college sports, though.
Yeah.
Because it's almost the last purest form of the sport before they start getting the big bucks and they don't care about nothing but the money.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I don't care about no championship, as long as my bills getting paid. Yeah. But you know, they got the NIL now, so they getting a little bread, but they earned that. Oh, bro. I know we've been knowing each other for a long time.
Yeah.
I consider you as a brother. Your mama consider me like another son.
For sure.
She's like, I'm a hey son. But we both movie people. And one of my favorite movies, I found out recently, is one of your favorites too. Oh, yeah. Is Forrest Gump.
No doubt.
But I want to ask you this though. I've always joked with people, but the more and more, I'm a big person. I'm big on researching. So I look at the movie different every time I watch it now. Because I tell people that Jenny was the villain in Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah.
To me, it wasn't really a quote unquote villain or bad guy, but some of the moves she made to me didn't sit well with me.
Yeah, I get it.
Because she was like, but she's also a victim too, because she was molested.
Yeah,
she got took away from her dad because he was molesting her.
Jenny could have a movie on her own.
Yeah.
I would love for a sequel to be Jenny's perspective of Forrest Gump. I know that I wish they would have did it back to back, but that'd have been an amazing movie because she did some things without Forrest.
Yeah, that he didn't know nothing about.
Crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Because you got to think about it. I look at Forrest now as like you would consider him like a special needs person.
Yeah,
because you know
he
what I'm
was
saying.
autistic, right?
He had the leg braces, but at the time they ain't know about autism. They're like, oh, he I ain't gonna say the word, but you know what I'm saying. He had the leg braces. He wasn't as bright. He caught on. He learned different than other people. So, and I don't want to say Jenny kind of took advantage of that at certain situations. Because like the first time he got on the bus, nobody wanted to let him sit down. She was like, you can sit here. But she probably would let him sit there because nobody didn't want to sit with her.
I ain't never thought about it like that. Maybe.
Like, why ain't nobody sitting with her?
She was young, too.
Yeah.
So it could have been just, you know, at that age, I ain't want to sit with no girl.
Yeah,
type
true.
of thing.
Yeah, that was in elementary school. They're like, oh, yeah, girl cooties.
Yeah, all that. So it's kind of like she was nice enough to let him sit because they didn't want to sit with Forrest because, you know, he was a little off and different, you know what I'm saying? But she was nice enough to let him sit there but Jenny really had a pure heart.
Yeah. That's why I say she was a villain and a victim. Because I say the villain part because, like, it always seemed like whenever Forrest had something rolling or something going, he go Jenny.
It's a metaphor for females, period.
Yeah. So that's the way they wrote that. I was like, but me watching it at the age I was young when I was watching it, and I was just like, oh, this is a good movie. It got a little humor in it and
moments
stuff.
And stuff. Yeah.
And then I'm like, damn. But like, just like, for instance, Jenny was out living her life, doing her thing. Forrest was like, he like, Jenny, I love you. And she was like, you don't love me, Forrest. And Forrest was like, I might not be a smart man, but I know what love is. At the age, I was young then. That broke my heart, dog. So I kind of that might I got like a bad taste in my mouth. That broke my heart. I'm like, this man put himself out there. You just like completely shot this man down. Then you gonna sneak back in, give him a little bit, and then dip out on him again. And then I'm like, Forrest will fight anybody for Jenny.
He would.
I'm talking about he put the beats on dude at the Black Panther meeting, dog. He said, I'm sorry for interrupting your Black Panther party.
Yeah.
But he beat the brakes off dude. And then he saw the next day Forrest was ready for round 2.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but like Jenny, and then like, okay, Forrest and came up, he got bubble gum shrimp, he got millions. He said, I'm just at home cutting my grass because I ain't got nothing else to do. But I got the money coming, he got investment in Apple and stuff. He Lieutenant Dan invested our money in some fruit company. He ain't know Apple was a computer. You know what I'm saying? But then he go a letter from Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh, come see me, Forrest. And she pop up. Oh, Forrest, this your son? I got a disease now. And Forrest was like, his main concern was the little boy slow or not.
Right.
And she was like, no, he's one of the smarter people in his class. Forrest, I don't know what I got going on with this sickness. I'm probably going to die. Forrest like, oh, don't think about it like that. I'll take care of you.
Now, see, that right there was the foul moment, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That would put it over the top.
You know good and damn well that won't damn Forrest kid.
Yeah, see.
That won't Forrest kid. I was, come on, all that time. When did he hit?
He hit that one time, that the same time she dipped out. He only hit one time.
How long ago was that?
They never say.
He said, well,
but then, you know.
It looked like it was a long time.
Yeah, because like when you see the little boy probably like 7 years old. So I mean, something like you lost like, you can lose track of time with people like that, especially back then.
Like about 7 years.
So I'm like, then the thing about it, I'm like,
out of all the hits that Jenny did.
Right, now
you're
gonna just pin him on. I'm like, Forrest was like, I'm not a smart man, but I know the DNA test is. But he ain't care about that because he loved Jenny so much. Yeah. She'd have came in and said, oh, all 5 of these kids is yours. He would have took all of them in.
He was a hopeless romantic.
Hopeless, but I'm like, he just ain't known it. Like, it was love at first sight with him.
But why come he ain't found love with nobody else through the journey? He was just stuck on her.
He was stuck on Jenny. His name is Bose Jenny.
Damn.
He in the war writing letters back home to Jenny.
Wonder where them letters go.
He got them. She would write letters back and forth to him too.
Yeah.
But I'm like, my thing was this kind of like another like, after watching the movie several times, you start seeing the little holes in it. Where was he mailing these letters to? Because she was always out and about. She wasn't never in one place.
Never in one place.
Because she wasn't trying to be in Greenbow, Alabama, which is a fictional city in Alabama.
It's fictional.
Yeah.
They shot it in South Carolina too.
Right. We got Greensboro, we got Greenville, we ain't got no Greenbow.
Yeah.
And I say we because like I'm from Alabama, so.
Right.
But
they put that together. Greenbow.
Greenbow probably short for Greensboro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
People just be chopping. In the South, people have a tendency to chop words off at the end.
Right. But I think Jenny though, I think she could have been a villain, but I don't. I think it's a mirror effect. I think they both were both in the same a victim of life and circumstance. So as Forrest didn't know what he was doing with her, love and all that, and she didn't know because she'd been abused her whole life and all that. So it was two broken people who never got together, but they was put together. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, while she was innocent because she didn't know not what she was doing. You know what I mean?
And she was super duper protective of Forrest because she knew his shortcomings.
Right.
She was like, Forrest, you get over there, don't try to be no hero.
Right.
Just run. But I'm like, that's bad to do when you in the middle, you in a group together.
Yeah.
Like we go to the club and somebody starts shooting, I just run.
Yeah.
And I look down like, where Mutate at?
Right.
Oh my God, where you at? Now I gotta go back and find you and carry you out on the shoulder.
Right.
Now you ain't got no legs. I should have just grabbed you the first time and stuck with you. But it's a metaphor. It's like a bad metaphor for life, but just running away from everything.
Yeah. But think about this though. As Forrest he had the best terrible life ever.
Man, this dude's life was exceptional.
But Jenny had the worst terrible life ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But like he was doing stuff that like he didn't know he could do.
Yeah.
She was just doing whatever.
But see, she didn't know she could do either.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
she tried to be a folk singer.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
She didn't know what she was doing in life. So it was like Forrest he had the best terrible life, but it was great.
Yeah.
It's just the circumstance of like you could do stuff and not know what you're doing and be lucky as hell. That's what Forrest was. Like the guy that win the lottery every weekend at the corner store. You know
I look at it like I had the word for it, but it's more like I can't think of the word for it now. But like Forrest was living, Jenny was just existing.
That right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's probably what the metaphor for the whole movie was, the battle between living and existing. Even though he had already from birth had circumstances, and she probably did too. She probably was getting abused at home early, which made her promiscuous later. And the only love, she could never find love because she never had a true father figure and things like that.
She didn't know how to be loved.
She didn't know how to be loved. And so whenever Forrest did love her, she didn't know how to accept it, but she knew it was there.
Yeah, she didn't know how to reciprocate it back to him.
Yeah. So it's like, and then she really, if she is the villain, she might be the villain to Forrest, but
she's the villain to me.
She's villain, but she's
not villainous though.
Yeah, she caught the most breaks though. She the one caught the disease, ran the streets, and it could have been different if she had like Forrest had a good mama.
Loving mama.
I don't think she had nothing loving.
Her mama probably had died. Her daddy was crazy, drunk. Taking everything out on her. All she had was Forrest. Right. That's why she was so protective of Forrest. She's like, Forrest, if these dudes roll up in the truck and hit you in the head with a brick, just run.
Yeah. And then, I mean, we seen people like that in our life, man. The Jenny character and the Forrest character.
Forrest was like the nigga of that movie.
Yeah.
How they treated him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a lot of black people in that movie, but they treated Forrest like he was the nigga of that movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like, most people, like, you hit me in the head with a brick, dog, I'm not running anywhere. We about to scrap it out. I'm about to get beat down and out.
If you make it through the brick hit.
Right. I'm like, it wasn't really a brick, but it was a big rock. But that one hit him right in the head. He was like, poof.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But,
so, I mean, I guess Jenny's the villain, I guess.
But in order to compromise, I'm all about compromise. I'll just say Jenny was an anti-hero. She had good tendencies and she had bad ones. Like any person, she's human.
Any person, but she caught the worst end of the stick, though.
Yeah. Because she could have been.
But did Forrest have any negative in him? Or he was just, you know how like in the Bible they say, if you're an innocent child, then you can't be judged.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Is he that?
I say, that they also say that God always looks out for fools and babies. So Forrest was like foolish as far as like, not in a bad way. His mental state was of a child.
Yeah.
But that's not his own fault. He didn't ask to be that way.
Yeah.
He just happened to be that way. But like we talked about off camera last week, This man Forrest lived so many lives inside of one life.
Yeah, he did, bro.
This man was in the military. This man played football. This man was ping pong champion.
Right.
This man went to the White House several times for different awards.
Right.
War hero.
Yep.
Successful business owner.
Shares in Apple.
All that. So Forrest was one of the people that one of them right places at the right
Like
time.
I said, Forrest is Master P.
White masterpiece.
Because P did everything in life that you can do as a black man. All the dreams we wanted ever, Master P done did them all, man. Shout out to
know
Master.
that Master P and Snoop was suing Walmart and like
Yeah,
some of these big okay, so what happened was, they got the Snoop cereal.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of companies like Post and some of the biggest cereal companies wanted to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But they wanted to remain, Master P wanted to remain independent. Y'all can distribute it for us, but y'all can't buy it. So they was like, okay. So Walmart didn't want to do with it at first.
Mm-hmm.
But they saw it was making moves a little bit. So they was like, all right, bet. We'll take a couple pallets.
Mm-hmm.
So boom. They're like, all right, cool. They send the pallets out, get the cereal in the store. Master P go to the store. No cereal on the shelf. He probably think, oh, we just sold out.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, y'all got that Snoop cereal? They were like, Snoop cereal? What is that? So they come to find out all the cereal they sent them was just in the back of the warehouse, just still sitting on them pallets. They wouldn't put it on the shelf.
Wow.
So they actually end up getting in partnership with Post. So Post is like the distributor for Snoop cereal. But you got the Brodus food company and everything.
Yeah.
So, but they still were doing the same thing. That's why they suing them, because they getting this Costco, all these places, they getting the cereal and not putting it on the shelf.
That's crazy.
But I'm like, you talked about that too. When we were talking about how people can have like Fruit Loops and you got Fruit O's and Fruit Rings. They all taste kind of similar, but not like the original. And then we also said that these cereals probably all being made in the same place.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Because you just can't be like, I'm gonna just come out with my own cereal like they did. They did it.
Yeah.
But they got money to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be like, you coming out with Mutate O's tomorrow.
Yeah, I might though. You never know.
Hey, you never know. But at a certain point, we gotta get that distribution for it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because these people you gotta have somebody gotta make the cereal.
You gotta make it. You know what I mean? You gotta make it. So yeah, it's kind of sad, man. Like it's just and I ain't gonna get all racial and everything, which that's the premise of a lot in America. Niggas.
Get you a bowl of nigga. You gotta eat it with chocolate milk.
Yeah, only chocolate milk. But I think when you're independent, it's just like in any other game. It's kind of like if you rage against the machine's gonna rage against you. And if they can't have their dirty mitts in it, they're always gonna be upset that they can't be involved in something that's moving strong without them. And it's like, if you don't play their game, then they just do dirty stuff. Like I say, they keep the pallet in the back just so it won't sell at all. So they can go back to the company and say, y'all losing money, keep buying this. Ain't nobody buying it.
Ain't nobody buying it. But I'm like, they can't buy it. It ain't out there.
Right. So I don't know. We got to start supporting our independent people, man, and the people that's doing their own thing, man, and really keep that hustle alive and really pay attention. And then, that goes back to even more so, we should be, P's an advocate for independency, man. We should be opening up our own grocery stores more for our own people. We should
our own neighborhoods and communities.
Yeah, we should be.
They make that hard for you too, though.
Yeah, but you got to be smarter than the average bear. You see, historically, we can't keep putting ourselves out there as the face until we got everything signed, sealed, and delivered. And then we like, hey, man, it's me the whole time. You know what I mean? Go get into the real estate side of it, so when you put your store out, they won't be buying you out because of it's on somebody else's owned land.
Yeah,
they can't force you
renting that store.
Yeah, you don't want to be renting.
You ever heard of Exotic Pop?
Mm-hmm.
Like I like Exotic Pop. I'm like, what's this? Like soda company, whatever. Woo. Then come to find out, like you said, don't put your face on it at first. Come out later, Lil Flip was involved in. He like one of the main people that's involved in it. But I'm like, that might have been a turnoff for some people. But they want to get the product out there first.
Right.
So they can be like a lot of people, Like this hoodie I got on, this is my homeboy clothing line or whatever.
Shout it out.
You know what I'm saying? Feel the Breeze clothing, you know what I'm saying? My boy Carlos, you know what I'm saying? Southern Breed, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people see me with it on, they be like, oh, that's your new hoodie you got? I'm like, nah, this my partner brand. They be like, oh, okay, I thought it was yours. I was gonna buy it because it was you.
Well, buy it because it's him.
I'm like, I supported him. You should too.
Yeah,
if I think if you like it, don't let it not be in mine stop you. I'm not losing no money,
right? Because
I'm investing in him by wearing his stuff.
Right.
But people's like they so iffy with stuff like that. Cause I'm like, I was at work the other day. I know I had on at least 3 different brands that wasn't mine.
Yeah.
And I love doing that because I'm like, whenever I see somebody rocking my stuff, I be like, cause like when you had this, you like, man, I finally wore this shirt. I was like, oh man, it just. Or then one of my bigger things is I love to see people, because sometimes people, they'll just buy it, wear it one time, take a picture of it. But when you start seeing like random pictures, it's like it's in a rotation now.
You love it, and you know it's crazy, but you love it when it's old on a person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hey, it's wore out, man. Time for another one. Right. You know what I mean? You love that feeling.
I got a homegirl. She had a straight face mouth. Them was cracking all up. I said, hey, it's time to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I'm gonna get one. I'm like, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But I've done for that same person. I'll try like new designs with older logo, like Go Be Great. I redesigned it, and she be like,
that straight face mafia is class. Yeah.
Mama, please make the beats again.
When I was broke out on my dick, they all turned away. A lot of people jumped off shit when I got sick.